Welcome back to another video here at DFD Mastery. In this video, we're going to cover follow-up, how to stay organized when you got leads coming in, where to spend your time, how to prioritize. I brought Hayden in. I'll be introducing him shortly, but I hope you guys enjoy the content. This video, if you watch it and implement what we teach here, is going to allow you to be more efficient with your time, put more money in your pocket, and actually turn the leads that you have in your pipeline into money today. So I hope you guys enjoy the content. Let's dive in. Hi, my name is Zack Boothe, and I help people just like you become ultra successful in real estate investing and more specifically, real estate wholesaling. So you can follow along on this YouTube channel. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. And also, if you would like to apply for my mastery program, get direct access to me and all the actionable steps to become a successful wholesaler, make sure you go to my website, linked in the description below, and book a call so you can either talk to me or one of my onboarding coaches to see if we are a fit to help you in your journey to become a real estate wholesaler. Enjoy the content. So many of you don't know Hayden Greenwood. This is the first time I've brought him onto the channel, which I don't know why. I've been withholding an amazing person from you guys. So Hayden Greenwood is essentially my business partner at this point in the wholesaling business. So Hayden's responsibilities include all of the acquisitions, all of the dispositions in Utah. He manages and trains our cold calling team here in Utah and helps hire and train new cold callers as we lose them. He also manages and trains our acquisition manager in Florida and oversees all those deals. He's also working with building partnerships and relationships and evaluating deals. We're currently working, how big that flip, how much profits are we gonna make on that flip? Like 200?
Yeah, we are still deciding partnerships, but there's going to be a spread of about $500,000.
Yeah, so it'll be my first our first $1 million flip. With our cut will be well over 6 figures. So pretty excited about that.
So
yeah, so he's out doing those kinds of things, and he put that deal together as far as the partnerships, and the lead got brought to us because of his connections. And so a lot of my success in wholesaling comes from having amazing people around me and the team that I've been able to build, and Hayden is definitely one of those centerpieces. So Hayden, I know that you get questions from my students, some of my students that really know about you, that are kind of in my inner circle at this point. They reach out to you, and I get this question all the time: how do I manage all my follow-up? Where do I spend my time? Like, how are you getting 3-4 contracts, in a week, and still dealing with, bringing in $100,000 a month, dealing with title work, dealing with sellers, dealing with buyers? How are you doing all that and staying consistent with your follow-up?
Yeah, no, time management is crucial. A lot of people spend a lot of time working on issues that don't turn into money. So for me and Brendan in our Florida office, we focus every single week on what we call our red zone leads. And those are people who have been contacted through cold calling, have called off postcards, but those are the people that we are going to convert into a contract this week. So every single Monday we sit down and we say, what are our red zone leads? Who's gonna bring us money this week? So whether it's 5 or 4 or 10 or 2.
And how do you know that? So
yeah.
I get that, right? So, okay, Monday morning you sit down, what's most important? How do you know when someone's gonna sign that week? How do you know that?
For sure. So we do a very strong pre-qualification. Something that Brent Daniels teaches, a lot of other people. We determine, how motivated they are, what the price they want, why they're selling, and really if they're a good fit for us. So this first conversation, when they pass the lead over, we're deciding, okay, is this potentially going to be a wholesale deal, or is this going to be potentially a retail deal? And if it's neither, obviously they're out of the follow-up. If they're wholesale, that's where our efforts go. If they're retail, we pass them to an agent or partnership, or you do whatever you want.
So what do those conversations look like to get to that understanding of what the deal could be?
Sure. So first conversation we have with them, we hope to know if this is going to be a potential deal. If it's not, we want to put our efforts somewhere else.
So what is the question you would ask to get there?
Yeah, so simple question would be, why are you wanting to sell it? It looks great. How long have you lived there? Get an idea of their background. Ask them, why don't you list it with a realtor? Why don't you, fix the roof, fix your windows? Why
So
don't
you're
you paint
asking,
it?
talking options
Yep.
that they know they have, but then you can identify like, oh wait, we're actually not a fit.
For sure. And the biggest thing is I want them to convince me to work with them. I don't want to be chasing these people. I want to understand if I'm a good fit, and I want them to understand that I might be a good fit for them. And if I'm not, we're happy to send them in the right direction that might be better for them. But those questions are crucial, asking, how much they think it's worth, how much they need, how long they've lived there, if they have equity. Because if we're not the right fit, we, in the long term, will be wasting each other's time. So those questions are just essential to understand if that's somebody to be putting your time into. And if they are, then you go to, your weekly follow-up calls. They don't want to sell, you call them in, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks. If they tell you a month, you call them the next week. But that's really what you're focusing on. And then, once you have a pipeline full of those people, then you just, see who is actually going to result into a contract, all those kinks you've worked out. You continue to, work through them until they're ready to sign.
Love it. I've definitely put Hayden in the hot seat. I have not scripted any of this. I need you guys to understand who Hayden Greenwood is. In 2.5 years of doing acquisitions for me, he's generated just shy of $2 million in wholesale fees.
Oh, we're way over it since we last spoke.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I don't even know where we're at. We're making a lot of money. So Hayden's crushing it, right? None of this stuff is scripted, so it's very important to understand. And I teach this to my students. You've got to pre-qualify your leads first. You build a relationship, give them options. Even if you're not going to make money, right? That's fine. You will fail in this business if you try and convince someone that you're the fit.
For sure.
You have to explain, hey, here's your options. And you'll have sellers that'll go, oh man, I didn't even think of that solution. That's exactly what I need to do, like refinance the house or something else, and we don't get paid. But you built a relationship, you did the right thing. But the people that go, oh wait, this option doesn't work, but working with you guys is exactly what we need. That's how we make money. Because we serve people and make money along the way, right? There's actual value that's brought by working with us. So once you've qualified them, you now have that pre-qualified group of people that are going to sell this week. I assume you have some that's like, oh, it's probably 2 weeks out because we got probate, we've got other things, right?
For sure.
So once you know for sure they're going to work with you, you sit down on Monday, that's just your only qualification of like, that's why they're going to be hot?
Yes, that is a multifaceted question. But yeah, those people we sit down on Monday are people who we've been following up with or were a really hot lead.
Yeah.
And those people are who we're going to turn into appointments and contracts that week. So the people we have in our hot leads, the first step is saying, okay, how do we get on an appointment with them? Or what do we need to do to get them to sign a contract?
Yeah.
So yeah, we've pre-qualified them, they're ready to go. That's where our effort's going into, is getting those to convert to contracts.
Mm-hmm.
And once, we've arranged all the follow-up with those people, then we go into, following up with people who are in the system who are not quite to be converted into a contract, or maybe a few weeks out, a few months out, we do that follow-up. And once we've completed that, then we begin prospecting new leads through cold calling, door knocking, really hounding into people we haven't gotten a hold of, who have boarded up houses. So really the steps to conversion are focusing on those people who are going to be hot, whether it's 1 or 15 people, and then making sure you're on top of your follow-up of the people who are going to convert in the next months or even a year. And then once that's completed, you get on to, prospecting and finding people to feed the follow-up, who will then eventually be your red zone leads.
Okay, so you've got your red zone leads,
Yep.
and what's the next tier?
I would just say your daily follow-up.
Okay, so let's talk about daily follow-up. Give me an example of a lead that would be a daily follow-up type lead.
Yeah, so a daily follow-up would be somebody who has, some bit of motivation, whether it's, a house that needs a lot of work, whether it's a job change or whatever the motivation is. Those are the people that, might be a great wholesale opportunity, but the timing is not quite right. So those are the people we're calling, we're trying to get on an appointment, we're trying to become friends with them, to really understand if we can serve them. And then those are the people we're, calling weekly, bi-weekly to say, hey, what can I do to help you? Can I refer you to talk to so-and-so? You were going to get that fixed. How was it when the handyman came over? Those are the people we're just continuously building relationships with to then get to the red zone where we can, sign a contract and do a deal.
Cool. One thing that I've noticed between your numbers and my students' numbers, and even we were looking at our numbers of our other acquisition manager.
Yeah.
So one thing I've noticed about you is leads that come into your pipeline. So whether we got it through texting, postcards, cold calling, you go on more appointments per lead, the ratio. You're going on almost half, a little over half. It was like 5.2% of all the leads that came in, you were actually getting out on appointments.
Right.
So, and then where I've seen other people, it's like 20% of leads come in, they go on appointments. So why is that? What is the difference, and what are people doing wrong, and how's that affecting them?
Yeah, no, great.
Multiple questions here, but let's dive in.
I think a lot of people are hesitant to get on the appointment until they know that they can sign a contract.
Yeah.
Where I think a lot of our contracts come from previous meetings and then, help along the way or advice or whatever, just follow up. So personally, if I have a lead that comes in and they have any bit of motivation, whether they, we're close on price, it needs a lot of work, they have some outside motivation,
like family issues or personal or emotional issues with
for whatever
house.
reason they wouldn't want to list with a realtor and maybe sell it as is. If they have any bit of motivation, I set up an appointment no matter what as soon as I can to get out there.
So price has nothing to do with it.
Very little.
It might be one of the variables, but it's not the variable.
Exactly. So yeah, price is all relative. I really want to get out there, and the biggest thing is just understanding if you guys are a right fit for one another. The people we have the ability to help are such a small niche. A lot of people get caught up spending their time with people who aren't necessarily a good fit for us. So I get on the appointment and I truly try to understand, what they're trying to accomplish. I try to offer advice. I try to lay out the options just to help pre-qualify even more and really become friends. I think a lot of the deals, when I look back, I still stay in touch with 99% of them because I've built a relationship and they're curious about how my family is. I'm curious about how their families are, and they're real relationships that we forged, not just us, getting out there trying to toss out a number that we make money. But I try to get out there and build a relationship and truly understand how we can help them and cater them a solution that, works. Yeah. And over time, that'll, turn into more contracts and people who thought we might be a good fit don't fit, and people who, the contrary, become a good fit. But it's just all getting out and meeting people and it's always easier to understand each other in person.
Love it. Love it. This is Hayden Greenwood. How many, so you know the number then, it's over 2 million.
I don't know it to a T, but yeah, it's over 2
million.
And a couple $100,000 probably.
That means since he started with me, you're getting over $80,000 a month on average in assignment fees. That's money coming in. So if you don't know what assignment fees means, that means Hayden has found properties that he's put under contract with me, right, through my business. He's put them under contract and sold those purchase contracts for a fee for finding the deal. So that doesn't count flipping houses, that doesn't count taking risks, none of that stuff. It's just finding the deal, pushing the opportunity onto a different investor. $2 million in 2.5 years, over 2 million, which is pretty incredible. I want you guys to know he has made more in assignment fees by negotiating himself than I have. I've participated in, and helped students and been a part of a lot of deals, but personally out on the appointments, no. So Hayden's actually been with me in this business about 6 months after I did my first wholesale deal. So he's been at this for a long time with me. So thanks for sharing your knowledge and your information. Guys, if you guys want to learn how to do real estate wholesaling, you want to get started, you want the steps A through Z, you want access to me as a coach to help you understand how to do this business, how to grow this business, I'd love to talk to you. Go to my website at dfdmastery.com and book a call. Thanks a bunch. If you enjoyed the content, you appreciate Hayden's time for being here and sharing that information, please leave a comment below, and they can also follow you on Instagram at, what's your Instagram handle?
Hayden_GW.
Perfect. Okay, well, thanks for following along. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram as well. He probably has more followers than I do. That shouldn't happen. Thanks, guys.